You can get your hands on a flight of rare Pappy Van Winkle bourbons through a raffle for the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Kentuckiana. The Pappy Raffle helps support families who stay at the Ronald McDonald House when they come to Louisville for medical care for their kids. Joining us here in studio is Special Events Manager Danny Harper and bourbon expert and appraiser Mark Abrams, who's been warning us all morning, don't touch it. Don't knock it over. It costs a whole lot of money. Don't. It's so great to have you both here.
Thanks for having us.
And I mean, this is such a great cause for people that may not be familiar. Just kind of explain why you all do this.
Yeah, so the Ronald McDonald House in 2023, last year, we served over 1,000 families. And so in order to continue the mission that we have as an organization, we try to do lots of fundraisers, and this is a great way to raise money for our families while also, you know, giving a nod to the bourbon community here in Kentucky, which is unique to us. So it's been a wonderful fundraiser for us. We've been doing it since 2019, and since then we've raised over $1.6 million.
Isn't that incredible?
So yeah, that's been really amazing.
One bottle of Pappy Bottles.
We do a 5-bottle flight.
It's out there.
Yes.
It's out there. Well, tell me about the flight. What is it, and why is it so special?
So it's a complete vertical of all the bourbons, the Pappy Van Winkle, the Van Winkle family bourbons, starting with the 10-year-old Old Rip Van Winkle, going all the way up to the 23-year-old Pappy Van Winkle.
And a flight is considered
all 5 bottles in the brand.
Collection.
Yeah, in the brand, you've got all the bourbons in the brand.
How rare is it to have a whole flight?
It's very rare.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard enough getting a bottle.
Right.
But to get a complete bottle of all the complete vertical of all the bourbons together, along with it being signed by Julian Van Winkle, is very rare, very hard to find. You could search your whole life and not get this.
We don't have the whole flight here. We just have 2 bottles.
Right.
So I don't kick the table or we move around and knock anything over. Right. Let's take a closer look. Like, when you look at this, what are the things that people always look for, and what are the? I think on the side there we can see where he's signed it.
I'm going to turn this a little just so you can see the iconic picture of the original Julian Van Winkle, the senior, who's is Pappy.
Look at that.
That's the iconic picture. And the Old Rip Van Winkle, the 10-year-old, was what they started with when the family, when Stitzel Weller was sold. The factory was sold to a distillery, sold to a different family than the Van Winkle family. They kept the Van Winkle name, and they kept with the Old Rip Van Winkle. So that was the original brand that they kept with.
And so,
expanded
what's one of these bottles valued at?
Oh, what are they? If you bought it in a liquor store when it first came out,
you're not going to find it in a liquor store.
On the secondary market, the 10-year-old can go for as high as $750, $800 unsigned.
Yeah.
The 15-year-old could be as high as $2,000 on the secondary market, again unsigned. But when you have them all together and signed, the value gets a lot higher.
That's the bonus. Aren't you all lucky? How much are the tickets? How do you get in on this?
Yes,
raffle?
you can go to pappyraffle.org. The tickets are $100 a piece.
100, and this is valued at, oh my gosh.
You can't even get one bottle of Pappy for $100. So you can get all 5 bottles for just $100. But I think the best part of this is that even if you don't win the bottles of Pappy, all of that money goes to helping the families that we serve at Ronald McDonald House.
So are you limited to how many raffle tickets?
Yes, we sell 1,000.
People get like.
Yes, we sell 1,984 tickets, which commemorates the year 1984, which is the year we opened. And we're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year, so it's a special year for us.
So the most tickets you could buy is 1,984.
Yes. Well, we've sold quite a few already, so there's not that many left.
Right, I was going to say, how many, do you have many left at
We
this
still
point?
have quite a few left, yes. So there's still a chance to get them, and we sell them until October 2nd or until we sell out.
All right, and
one of the great things is, even if you don't win, that ticket will pay to house a family for a night at the Ronald McDonald House.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's so much stress, too. I think the great thing about Ronald McDonald House, you think of all the stress the family's going through, and you're out of town, right, and you're worried about your child, and you're getting treatment far away, nobody knows what's going on. To have a place to stay means so very much. And so I just think your cause here is just incredible. And then to win this and have the bragging rights of that flight, pretty sweet. Or in many cases, people will donate them around again, right?
We would love that.
It's, right? It may be back in your hands by next year. But where can we go to enter, and then when is this drawing?
The Drawing is October 2nd.
Okay.
We'll do it live online. I think we're going to do it on our YouTube page this time, but it will also be on pappyraffle.org, which is where you can purchase tickets.
Get your tickets.
And find out any information about the event. And again, this is all to help with the families that stay at Ronald McDonald House, which is, our main focus here, to really help those families and give them the support they need.
Great to have you both here, and thank you. Just like the history lesson of kind of what these mean. I think a lot of times we see these bottles and we know they're a big deal, but to kind of understand more about it, it just makes it that much more special. So if you want to enter this raffle, $100, $1,000, $100. I just raised the price. I just made you more money.
Only 100.
I bought a couple more.
If you buy 10 tickets, it's
there you go.
$1,000.
Buy 10 tickets for $1,000. There you go. PappyRaffle.org.